The next speaker and I've met back in Napa. He says, Gene, I want to get to know you. We had breakfast this morning. We had lunch today. I found out he has 5 kids like I do. I found out he's a combo marriage like I have, 5 kids. Him and his wife, we were just sitting there chatting back and forth. No grandkids yet, but they're coming. And this is what I want to tell you. When you meet people, the first thing you should say is what? Do you guys know what you should ask? Team A, tell me about yourself. I got to know Kurt today. What a blessing. What I'm going to tell you a little bit about Kurt, he's struggled. I'll do the best impersonation of Brent. He struggled. We all struggle. Do you understand? I mean, we were talking, and it's amazing how much of us have struggled, right? Until a VXP, right? But I got to know this gentleman. I tell you what, it's real simple to me. I love this man. Let's give it up for Kurt Shewell from Detroit, Michigan.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for the nice applause. It makes me feel real special, so I appreciate it. All right. We were talking about different struggles and things, and it's true. Everybody's got their story, right? You have a story. I've got a story. Every person you meet has a story. You need to find out what their story is, what matters to them. When we talk about recruiting, right? Is everybody here to learn more about recruiting? Yeah. Yes? Is there anybody that says, no, just teach me how to sell a house? That's the room down the hall, right? This is about recruiting. Here's the cool part. Think of this and keep your mind in the right place. When you're thinking of recruiting, what are you thinking about? You should be thinking exactly what you do with a client. Think about this. What are you doing? You're recruiting for clients every day. You talk to people you know, you talk to people you don't know, you talk to strangers at the supermarket, and you're trying to get another sale, you're trying to get another client. What do we try to do? We try to get listings, right? And then what do we ask for them? We recruit that client so we can get them to help us recruit more clients. We ask for referrals. Isn't that what you do? Is there anybody here that's not doing that? That's your entire business, yes? Recruiting's no different. Stop pretending that it is. It's no different. We're talking to an agent so I can help that agent get what they want, and then I can have them help other agents get what they want, and then, oh my God, we can all get what we want. If you help enough people get what they want, you're gonna get every single thing in life you ever wanted. Okay? Yeah, we all struggled. I've had great businesses, made a bunch of money, lost businesses, had a child, went to heaven. They're not supposed to do that before you go there, right? Don't talk about struggles, man. I get you. I feel you. I promise. I promise, right? Be focused. If I told you the magic was one thing, all you had to do was one thing, would you do it? Just one. Would you just do one if I said, it's just the magic, it's right here. Brent's gonna give you the answer. Would you just do the one thing? Whatever he tells you to do. That's it. That's all you have to do, one thing. Whatever he tells you to do because he lays it out for you. I met him 3.5 years ago. I've been in the company 3.5 years. When we were at EXP, what do we talk about? How long have you been here? We don't ask how long you've been selling real estate. We ask how long have you been here, right? 6 months, 3 months, a year, year and a half, 3 years. I'm 3.5 years old in this company, and it's funny because I'm like an old person here. It's really funny. Yes, I'm old too. He's looking at me like, you're old. Yes, I am old. However, that's how this works. And what's really, really cool about it is when you start helping other people, it changes everything. So when you get that meeting with the client, who would like it if I actually showed you exactly how to present this to somebody? Would that be all right? If I actually showed you, hey, you're here, let me show you exactly how you should be presenting this thing to everybody. Is that fair? Yes. Okay, maybe that'll help you. Let's do that. So when you have that appointment, right, you have that client. The client's the agent. It's a client, just like getting a listing. First thing you have to have the conversation, you have to have your conversation. Remember this. If you're talking to them about caps and cuts and fees and splits and oh my God, you are having the wrong conversation, stop it. Stop having that conversation. You're gonna go down a black hole that you'll never get out of. You will look into the abyss and have no idea what you're looking at. Please don't do that. First thing you wanna ask them is what matters to them. First thing you wanna ask them is, what do you know about EXP? Right? First thing they're saying is, I don't want to talk to you about EXP. How many of you got that? Like everybody, right? Everybody's at EXPing all over me. Stop EXPing on me. I don't want to hear about it. Tell them this. If you haven't heard about EXP from me, then you haven't heard it. Is that fair? Is there any one of you who doesn't care more about that person than anybody else really does? You care about your clients, right? They're your client. Care about them. Care about your downlines. Help these people out. So let's talk about how do we have the conversation with them, and it's really simple. Ask them, what do you know about EXP? What's the first thing they tell you? All you guys do is recruit. What else? Oh my God, you're a pyramid scheme. Yeah, we know all about the pyramid. We know about the pyramid.
I really haven't heard much about EXP.
Awesome. It's about time that you did. Thank God I got to get in front of you. Okay? These are the things you hear, correct? Yes? Right, let's keep it really simple. Right? The first conversation you want to have with these people is about who they work for. Now let me explain. It's really simple. Here's the dialogue. Here's the narrative. It's really this simple, guys. When they tell you all these different things, you got to ask them though, because you need their words. You close everybody with their words, not your words. Okay? It's really simple. Get them to give you the words. Anything that they say can and will be used against them in the court of closing, because you're going to close them with their words, not your words. Fair enough? Okay? Remember that. All right, here we go. Simple as this. So you heard we were a recruiting company. All we do is recruit. You heard that we're some pyramid scheme, right? Yeah, you know, it's really funny because when you say that, I'll just role play it out with you myself. What's really interesting is I hear that a lot, and I'm always confused about that because I actually work for a cloud company. Are you familiar with that? No? Yeah, because I'll be honest with you, I didn't understand what that was either, and I was like, a cloud, that's like you, I don't know, sell a house in the sky or something. I really didn't know what that meant. So when I first heard cloud, I was like, yeah, I don't know what that means. I'm too old for this stuff. I don't get it. So then I said, okay, so do you know what it really means? Well, let me show you what it really means, because when you tell me that I'm a pyramid company, it's really confusing to me, and that's what really baffles me, because when I look at that and I say, okay, wait a minute, you work for, looked like when you raised hands earlier, most of you guys were Keller Williams at one time. Was that a popular one? Is that good? So we use that as an example. Is that okay? Okay. So we'll just use that as an example. So you worked at Keller Williams. So you're at Keller Williams, and I'm the pyramid company. You're Keller Williams. All right, I'm just confused. And the reason I'm confused is because I don't know that you understand who you actually work for. So can we make sure we have that conversation? So let's figure out who you are first, so then I can tell you about me, because telling you about me means nothing, because we're going to go down a black hole. So let's figure out who you work for. So if I look at who you work for, the truth is you work for a franchise model. Well, you think I work for a pyramid, but I think we're confused, because actually you work for a franchise model. I work for a cloud-based model. Franchise model starts off like this. You get a guy, in this case, there's a guy that owns that company. I think his name was Gary Keller, for Keller Williams, yeah. So this is Gary Keller, and what did he do? Well, he went out and he recruited a whole bunch of people to pay him millions of dollars to buy in to take his brand internationally and create this giant brokerage. And then what they did was they went out and recruited a whole bunch of regional people to pay them millions of dollars to build this company. And then what they did is they said, okay, hold on a second. They went out and recruited a whole bunch of franchisees to buy in franchises. Now the cool part is these top people paid millions of dollars, these people paid millions of dollars, and then these people, the good news for them, a current market center goes for about 250 grand. So they get a bargain deal on that. So they bought those for about 200,000. And then who do these franchisee people talk to? Oh no, you and me, because they recruit us. So your company, Keller Williams, by that Gary Keller guy, went out and recruited a bunch of these people to buy in their slot into the company, who got these people to buy their partnership slot in the company, who got these people to buy franchises in their slot in this company. And then they went and recruited a whole bunch of us. And what do they do every day? Recruit more of us. Why? Because we're a dime a dozen. Doesn't matter who we are, because they all get paid, because they're the partners. So when we talk about that, right, us agents go out. Now, who is it that brings in 100% of all the money? Oh, the agents do, that's right. But yet, these are the partners, because it's a franchise model that you work for. And if 100% of the money comes in, who'd you say it was again? The agents bring in 100% of the money, then wait a minute. You work for who? Oh shit, you work for a pyramid. You bring in all the money, you said it yourself, your words, not mine. Right? Right? You bring 100% all the money in. Yes, we do. But yet, these are the people who get paid off of that. So I'm confused when you told me that we're the pyramid company because I'm a cloud-based company. See, we don't look nothing like that. That's just what's really weird, and I don't care which one you work for. Because the truth is, you can work for Remax, you can work for C21, you can work for Keller Williams, you can work for Sotheby's, Berkshire, Coldwell Banker, it doesn't matter. They have the exact same model. They're a franchise model, people. This is who they work for, and they think you're the pyramid. Interesting. Here's the truth. 100% of the money comes from here, goes up to these people. These people take your money, they pay all the partners and give you what's left over based on whatever agreement they make with you. And you better have been a hell of a salesperson when you started to get that good deal. Because they're all going to tell you they got the sweetheart deal of all deals. And the truth is, in a franchise model, what the problem is, your franchisee loves you to death, right? Oh, my broker loves me. Well, they better love you. You're paying all their bills, right? Well, here's the truth, guys. They don't. Because the bigger you are at your brokerage, the more pain in the butt you are to them because you want to give them less money and you hold it over their head. And they don't want to lose you because they're using you to what? Recruit more of you. But yet that's okay. I'm confused because you keep telling me about I'm this recruiting company. I really don't get it. See, I'm a partner at my place because I'm a cloud-based company. So let's look at the difference. This is you. Your words, not mine. Well, this is me. Well, a cloud-based real estate company is what? Well, it's cloud-based. So if I'm comparing my apples to apples here, see, over here, I'm the agent. See, I'm the partner. Where you're at, you're the bottom feeder. See, you bring in the money and you're never a partner. So let's think about this for a second. How does that really work? Well, let's talk about it. Anybody ever hear of Amazon? Yes. Okay, if you've heard of Amazon, why is it that Amazon can sell a Coach purse cheaper than Coach can sell you the Coach purse? Bootleg? Let's say you got a real one. The reason for that, guys and girls, is this. Amazon buys it from Coach direct. They cut out all the partners, and they sell it to the consumer direct as their partner. They get the better deal. If you go to the Coach store and buy it, right, you buy it from the agent, the sales agent and then the counter, who's inside that franchise, who's got to pay all the partners, and that's added into the price. And that's why the price of that Coach purse costs you a hell of a lot more there than you could buy it on Amazon. What's Amazon doing to these franchise models? Killing them, putting them out of business. So let's say it again. Cloud-based companies, Amazon, how about Netflix with Blockbuster? Ever hear of them? Franchise, cloud-based. Which one went out of business? Oh yeah, the franchise, that's right. So let me ask you this. If you're not growing, you are what? Your words, not mine. I agree with you. So if you're not growing and you're dying, that means if you're a franchise and all these cloud-based companies came into our real estate space, which, oh shit, I think they did. If you're not growing, you're what again? Right, so you're working for a company that's going out of business. Got it. Does that make more sense? Should I be working over here and be the last one holding the keys to the door when they close it? Or should I get over here where the real estate market's going today? Let me give you an example. Let me tell you exactly why I say that to you. It was your words, not mine. So who's the #1 name in real estate today? Glenn Sanford? I like it. Not quite yet, but I like where you're going. Who's #1 name in real estate? Who owns the real estate in your client's mind? Zillow does. It ain't Keller Williams, it ain't Remax, it ain't even EXP. We'd like it to be, it's not. It's Zillow. Zillow owns the mindset of our client. Client wants to find a house, Zillow.com. They don't go to you. They don't go to MaryJones.com. No, they go to Zillow. What's worse about that is they owned us. And what do I mean by that? What is the last thing you do before you walk into a listing? Yeah, you go to Zestimate to see what the hell Zillow says their house is worth because you spent 4 days putting together a CMA and how I'm going to convince these people to pick me over everybody else and all this crap. The truth is, the last thing you do before you walk in is see what Zestimate says because you know that's what they think their house is worth. Well, that's a problem. They own us. And who are Zillow? A cloud-based brokerage, right? The 3 biggest lies on the planet. Love you forever, the check's in the mail, and oh, Zillow won't become a brokerage. Yeah, right. Happened last year. Sorry. Right? That's what happens. So the truth is, what you have is you have an option here. I can work for somebody going out of business, or I can work for the fastest growing ones in history. So I ask you this. If I knew for a fact cloud-based companies were going to take over, would I not do that or would I do that? Because you're telling me you're working for a company going out of business, your word's not mine. You're telling me that technology, well, let's ask you this. Is technology going to keep getting better or is it going to get worse? Shit, your words again, not mine. Yeah, I agree with you. So if it's going to get better, does that mean cloud-based is going to get better? Okay, well, the top 5 fastest growing real estate companies right now today are, guess what? All cloud-based companies. Yeah. The 5 companies losing the most agent count, the most market share are who? Franchise models. You work for one. Your words, not mine. So when I ask you, what if you could turn around, go back here. I lost my slide. All right. So what if I told you that here you have an opportunity to work for a brokerage that you're an owner on? What if I told you you got to be the partner? What if I told you that the reason that these companies are doing so well and these guys can't do it, here's why. Because Gary Keller's a pretty smart guy, got a lot of money. You would assume that he probably has a pretty good idea what he's doing, right? Well, he's got to be able to be nimble and change. Well, here's the problem. He's got partners. Which one of these partners are willing to give up their share and dump out? Are all 3 of these guys, oh, you know what, for the greater good of the company, oh my God, we're going to go out of business. What the hell, Gary? You keep it all. We're all going to out. We spent all of our millions, but we'll just take our ball and go home and you can have it? Now you can compete with cloud-based? No. Because every one of them wants their piece. What if you were here and you were the partner? The agents are at the bottom here because you are a dime a dozen. You work for a franchise. Over here, you're the partner. Here's the deal. On your first sale with this company, your first closing, you are a partner. You have ownership in the company, you have stock shares in the company, you get your commissions in the company, and this company will pay you more money than anybody else because they don't have to pay the partners. But they do pay the partners, they pay you. Check this out. 80% of the money goes to the agent, 20% of the money goes to the company, and 50 cents of every dollar on the company that comes in, the revenue dollars that come in here, they pay them who? To their partners. Who's the partners? You are, if you're an agent here. We're the agents. We get paid that money. We share in that revenue. If you had an opportunity to stay where you're at and go out of business and hold the door, or you had an opportunity to do the exact same thing you do right now, no different, 100% of the money comes from the agent, no different here, no different there. Brokerage, no different. The difference is the partner is you versus you never having a piece of that pie because you're not even part of that pyramid. You put the money into it, they take the pieces. It's as simple as that. Do any of you think you could explain that to somebody? Pretty simple, right? Keep it simple. Put it in their terms, right? You're having your conversation, not their conversation, but they think they're having their conversation. Does that make sense? Truth is, if I'm going out of business, I don't care what the splits, cuts, fees, caps, and all that other crap are if I'm not going to have a job there. But I do care if I can own it. People were talking to you guys earlier today. $149, you own this. I'm in all day long. I'd be crazy not to. Does that make sense? All right, you follow me? I'm a baller though. I do $20 million in business myself. I'm great. I'm number 1 in my office. Awesome. How many homes do you have to sell to become a partner? Oh yeah, you're never a partner. Right. You're as good as your next deal. You're having the best year of your entire life selling real estate? Yeah, it's killing it. How much are you working? Oh, I work 24/7. I'm working 16, 18-hour days. I never sleep. Awesome. When the market gets corrected back to kind of normal, really good market, but kind of normal in a year or 2, I don't know, 3, how much more hours in a day do you have to make the same amount of money? So how much are you willing to lose? Because when it goes back to normal and you have to work twice as hard, that means you make half the money. Are you cool with that? Ask that baller agent if they're cool with that, because they're not. And ask them, how many more hours in a day do you get to fit in? Your words, not mine. You work 24/7. I don't know how many more there are. I don't have a clock that works that way. Right. Well, what if I showed you that you could do the exact same thing and make twice the money because you own it instead of you giving it to them? Should we have more of a further conversation now? Should we look at what the numbers really look like then? That's the conversation you got to have with these people. Stop having this, well, what's your cut? What's your split? What's your cap? What's your fee? Ugh, Shoot me now. My God. I pay $1,020 a year. You all do. $85 a month. $1,020 a year. That's all you pay to own a business. If I gave you the same thing, baller agent, doing $20 million a year because you're awesome, could you handle that? And then you put twice the money in your pocket, would that be okay? Well, by the way, we'll give you a whole bunch of other stuff too. Would that be all right? This is the conversation you got to start having with these people. Stop talking about caps and cuts and splits and fees and I got the sweetheart deal of all deals and my broker loves me. Ugh. Your broker don't love you, right? Your broker wants to get paid from you. What do you have to offer them? That's all they're looking at. I challenge you to ask them, what if you were a partner and you own the place?